Why charges in the Trump documents case would be nothing to celebrate. The fact that lawyers for Donald Trump were seen entering the Justice Department on Monday is one data point suggesting the former president might soon face serious charges over his handling of classified documents. The fact that the federal grand jury considering the matter will reportedly meet this week, after a lull in activity, is another. Perhaps the most telling sign, however, is the level of hysteria in Trump's social media post on Monday. Let me quote his Truth Social screed in full to give an idea of his mental and emotional states, and keep in mind that, as usual, it is full of lies. How can DOJ possibly charge me, who did nothing wrong, when no other presidents were charged, when Joe Biden won't be charged for anything, including the fact that he has 1,850 boxes, much of it classified, and some dating back to his Senate day when even Democrat senators are shocked. Also, President Clinton had documents, and won in court. Crooked Hillary deleted 33,000 emails, many classified, and wasn't even close to being charged. Only Trump, the greatest witch hunt of all time. For the record, Trump is referring to documents with classified markings that were found in a D.C. office that Joe Biden used for a time after his vice presidency and at his home in Wilmington, Delaware, all of which were returned to the government after being discovered. The 1,850 boxes reference is to Biden's papers, mostly from his years in the Senate, which are housed at the University of Delaware, his alma mater, and which the FBI has indeed been allowed to examine. It is easy to understand how a president or vice president, upon leaving office, could inadvertently end up with a few documents that should have gone to the National Archives under the Presidential Records Act. It is easy to understand how a president or vice president might forget having taken a few documents home to study, say, over a weekend. What is hard to understand, and, to my mind, illegal, is for a departing president to deliberately take thousands of documents that belong to the American people, including some classified at the highest top-secret level, and then spend over a year obstructing efforts by the Archives and Justice Department to retrieve those papers. Biden's lax handling of classified documents is still under investigation by a special counsel. Former Vice President Mike Pence's discovery that he, too, had taken a small number of classified documents to his residence will not lead to criminal charges, the Justice Department told Pence's lawyers last week. "I'm at least as innocent as he is," Trump said on social media about Pence. That, too, is untrue, because Pence surrendered the classified documents he had taken as soon as they were found. Trump repeatedly gave the government false assurances that he had returned all classified materials, until the Justice Department, in frustration, finally had the FBI execute a search warrant at Mar-a-Lago last August to seize the boxes of classified and unclassified documents that Trump had withheld. Publicly, Trump has asserted that the papers belong to him, not the government, which is absurd. And he has claimed that as president he had the power to unilaterally declassify secret documents, without any formal process, simply by deciding that they were no longer classified. Trump's attorneys have not relied upon that novel innocent telepathy theory in pleading their client's case. According to a 2021 recording obtained by special counsel Jack Smith and first reported by CNN, Trump bragged to guests at his Bedminster, New Jersey, golf club about having a secret document relating to Iran. According to news reports, Trump expressed a desire to share the information with others but acknowledged he shouldn't do so because the document was classified. For once, the truth. If media reports about that recording are accurate, Smith has powerful evidence that Trump knew the documents at Mar-a-Lago were still classified. Smith may now have no choice but to seek a felony indictment. Do not be joyful at the prospect. It is sad that a former president might soon face federal charges of mishandling classified information, or worse. It is sad that a former president already faces state charges of falsifying business records to hide a hush money payment to an adult film star. It is tragic that a former president might soon face more state and federal charges for trying to overturn the result of a presidential election. May justice be done, without fear or favor. And may the nation never again entrust such power and responsibility to such a small, craven, supremely unworthy man. Why charges in the Trump documents case would be nothing to celebrate. The fact that lawyers for Donald Trump were seen entering the Justice Department on Monday is one data point suggesting the former president might soon face serious charges over his handling of classified documents. The fact that the federal grand jury considering the matter will reportedly meet this week, after a lull in activity, is another. Perhaps the most telling sign, however, is the Trump smoking gun recording gives Jack Smith all he needs. When CNN reported on Wednesday night that special counsel Jack Smith has a recording of former President Donald Trump boasting at his Bedminster, New Jersey, club in 2021 that he had a highly classified multi-page document relating to war plans against Iran, months of punditry that Trump would never be indicted went out the window. The reported sounds of paper rustling suggests Trump might have had a document in hand. According to news reports, he shared the substance of the document with others in the room, including biographers with no security clearance. This evidence effectively destroys whatever defense Trump was trying to concoct. He didn't know there were classified documents, he declassified them, he thought they were not classified. Trump holds the presumption of innocence and has not been indicted. However, the last time such a damning piece of evidence, smoking gun, came to light, Richard M. Nixon's presidency was effectively over. He left office less than a week later. News reports now indicate the federal grand jury hearing the documents case will meet this week. An indictment, if there is one, could come within days. Trump's own words could provide damning evidence of a willful violation of the Espionage Act and of obstruction, and help fix venue in D.C., where the Justice Department almost certainly wants to try the case. Andrew Weissman, the former lead prosecutor for special counsel Robert S. Mueller III, summed up the take of many career prosecutors: "I'm trying not to use hyperbole, but this is game over." If this story is accurate, there will be an indictment, and it's hard to see how there will not be a conviction. A complete analysis from 9 former prosecutors on the strength of the special counsel's case, even before the tape recording was reported, can be found at Just Security. When coupled with reports that a Trump lawyer was waved off searching the former president's office, a damning case of wrongful retention of highly sensitive, and likely classified documents, appears to have come together. Trump seems to have confessed that he knew the classification rules, didn't declassify documents before leaving office, and knew that retaining them was illegal. Moreover, his alleged dissemination of material to others, including allegedly verbally discussing this document with others, can solidify a separate part of the law, the prohibition against sharing and distributing confidential documents. A case of dissemination of classified documents would be so serious as to virtually ensure an indictment. We don't know precisely what Trump said or what document, if any, he had taken, but, in a sense, it does not matter. Let's say the specific document he is alleged to have possessed didn't say what Trump said it did. It nevertheless confirms that Trump knew he hadn't declassified documents and was not supposed to keep any. This obliterates the declassified in his mind who he and his